Hello there, my name is Christine Skippins and I am the author of the Magic of Misty Nook children's series of books about a magical animal centre. And today I'm going to read you an excerpt from my latest story, which is Little Frank's story. Kitty Cat Rescue is run by Chief Elf Dawn and her helpers and is one of the group of magical Misty Nook animal centres. They care for the animals that stay there with the kindness and magic. And this is the story of how the elves helped a little cat called Frank. Frank had been in trouble more than he deserved. Little Frank arrived at Kitty Cat Rescue in a bit of a state. At just 4 months old, he was a handsome young lad with large pointed ears and characterful white markings placed on his shiny black coat, all topped off with some very impressive long white whiskers. Frank was adventurous and sporty by nature and loved zoomies time, especially when it involved climbing and chasing and bouncing and pouncing. "Hi everyone, my name is Frank and my favourite pastime is exploring," he said. "All the nooks have to be inspected. I'm independent and impetuous. I jump first and worry about the consequences afterwards. My adventures have got me into much mischief in my brief life. We cats have 9 lives, but I have used 2 of mine when I fell into a tall butt of water, nearly drowning and then breaking my elbow as I tried to get out. I don't want to waste any more, so I do need to be careful." The Kitty Cat elves knew that Frank needed help. They could see that he had something wrong with his back leg when they arrived at his home. The elves persuaded his owner to let them take him with them to the animal centre and get him the help that he needed. Once he was in their care, they rushed him to see the Kitty Cat Centre vet. Frank was frightened, but he remembered that they were trying to help him. "My leg was so painful. I was so grateful to the elves. I felt sad and I just didn't know what was happening. The kind vet said that she was going to help me. Then she started by putting a thing called a needle into my skin. I remember meowing in protest. I needed to let her know she had just caused me more pain." The vet examined him while the elves stroked and talked to Frank. They explained that the sharp prick came from a needle that delivered the injection. The injection that would ease the pain and make him sleepy. The vet could then take a special picture of his leg. They established that Frank had broken the bone on his elbow on his back leg and it needed to be supported with a splint and a big bright green bandage to help it heal. Frank's eyes dull as he recalls the pain. "I fell into a deep sleep on the vet's table that day, and when I awoke they had set my basket down in a nice, quiet, warm nook. I still felt strange and unsteady. My mouth was so dry, dribble was soaking my furry white bib, and weariness engulfed my small body as I snuggled into the soft, warm blankets in my basket. My eyes tried so hard to stay open, but my body had other ideas. The more I tried to fight it, the more I yawned and I yawned and I yawned, until I gave in and dozed off again, visiting a land of wonderful dreams and the most amazing adventures, until the alien numbing and snoozy sensations crashing through my small furry body from the injections subsided. I remember little about those first few days at Kitty Cat Rescue, but I do remember the warmth and snugness of my nook. I was so grateful that the awful pain had dulled. The elves always post stories about the animals in their care on Kitty Cat Rescue's social media. Their kind supporters send them many get well wishes and contributions towards the cost of their treatment. The elves sat and read all of my get well wishes to me. The kindness shown touched me and my heart burst with joy and warmed me inside and out. I'm a sunny side up kind of cat. I felt happy and grateful to be getting my elbow fixed. The elves knew I wasn't afraid. I had never felt quite such a sense of calm like this before. Perhaps it was the magic. Perhaps it was being surrounded by so much love. I will never know, but I will always be grateful. Frank went to the vet many times, and the next visit followed a few days later. Now, if you want to find out more about little Frank's treatment and his time at Kitty Cat Rescue, you can buy my book from the Book Dragon, and 50% of any royalties that I make on this book are going back to Kitty Cat Rescue to support lots of other cats that are in the same position as little Frank was. So thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Goodbye.